Hi guys, welcome back. In the last session, we started our discussion related to Apache Kafka. Apache Kafka is a message broker that is working based on pub/sub model. Pub/sub model means the application which is publishing the message to the message broker is called publisher. The application which is consuming the message from the message broker is called as subscriber. So if you see, we discussed Kafka terminology. Guys, 1 minute. Yeah, guys. So we are trying to understand Kafka terminology. So to work with Kafka, first we need to understand Kafka terminology. Zookeeper, Kafka server, Kafka topic, Kafka message, Kafka publisher, and Kafka subscriber. So Zookeeper is providing the environment to run our Kafka. First we need to start the Zookeeper server, then we are going to start our Kafka server. In that Kafka, we can create Kafka topic. Kafka topic is nothing but the place where we are going to store our messages in the Kafka. You can create multiple topics in the Kafka. Every topic will have a name, right? Once the topic is created, our application will publish a message to the topic. The application which is publishing, it is called as a publisher. The application which is subscribing, that is called as a subscriber. Okay. Now we need to start our development for this. So let me go to IDE. Guys, this coding is also little difficult code that we need to implement. So please concentrate whatever the code that I'm going to develop to integrate our Spring Boot application with Apache Kafka. Okay. So before going to start our coding part, let's understand that we are going to develop publisher application. That means the application which is going to publish the message to the topic, that is called publisher. I will develop one application as a publisher and another application as a subscriber. So let me go and create a project. So that project I'm giving as 45 Kafka producer app. Kafka producer application. Next, select the dependencies, guys. So I'm not adding any dependency. I will add the dependencies manually. Whatever the dependencies we need for our application, I have already given them in our notes. So let me take the dependencies from our notes and let's add those dependencies. Kafka producer application got created. Now, if you see in the pom.xml, currently nothing is available. Okay, only we got boot starter. I have given in the notes how to develop our producer application. For the producer application, I have given the steps Kafka producer app development. So in order to do this, we need to add these dependencies. So let us select the dependencies which I have given and let me add those dependencies. Just remove the dependencies and add the dependencies which I have given. If you see, what are the dependencies? Spring Boot web starter is available. Kafka streams dependency is available and Spring Kafka dependency is available. Jackson data bind dependency is available and test dependency is available. That means only these two dependencies are new. Kafka streams and Spring Kafka, Jackson data bind dependency I have added in our project. Test dependency will come by default. So what are the dependencies that we need? I have given the dependency list in our notes. So boot starter is not required when we are adding web starter. Right. So with this, I'm able to create my project. So once the project creation is completed, now we need to create some constants, right? Now let me create a new class called in.ashokid.constants. So I'm going to create one class with a name called app constants. In this constants class, I'm going to specify what is my Kafka topic and where is the Kafka running and the topic belongs to which group. So I'm going to declare some constants here. I don't want to hard code them in the direct class. That's why I'm taking public static final string topic. So you can give any name for the topic. I'm giving the topic name as order topic. You can give any name for that. I'm giving the topic name as order topic. Now, public static final string, public static final string. Now I am giving group ID for the topic. Group ID is equal to, I'm going to give it as group underscore order. It is order group. Then what is my host? That means where is my Kafka server is running. Public static final string. I'm going to specify host. Host nothing but where my Kafka is running. My Kafka will be running in the local machine with 9092 port number. Tomorrow in the real time, Kafka will be running in the another machine. Then we need to specify Kafka URL. I'm giving the topic name. I'm giving the group ID of the topic, and I'm giving the host. You can give any name for the topic. You can give any name for the group, and host the address of the Kafka server. Like this, I'm creating some constants class. Okay, apart from that, I have not done anything. First step, we need to add the dependencies. And the second step, we need to create a Kafka constants class. Here I have taken the customer, but here I'm using as order topic. You can give any name for the topic as I told you. Order topic or payments topic or a customer topic, whatever you want. I have taken order topic, group underscore order, host is localhost colon 9092. Once that part is done, the most important part is Kafka producer configuration. That means how our application should communicate with the Kafka and what message our application should store into the Kafka. Okay, so the message that I want to store in the Kafka, that is a order data. So let me create one binding class. Let me create one model class. Okay, the model class I'm taking as order. Order ID will have order will have a ID. Order will have some name and price. Private string ID. Private string order ID. Private string ID. Private double price. Private string customer email. Like this. Order ID. Order price. Order ID, order price, customer name, something like that. Whatever the data that you want to represent in the order, you can take that. I'm using @data. So order is a binding class that will represent the data. This order data only I want to store. Lombok annotation, I forgot to add it. So let me add setters getters for this. If you add the Lombok, then we can use @data. Lombok I forgot to add. So I'm overriding setters getters and toString method. I'm writing setters getters and I'm overriding toString method. My order class is ready. Here I forgot to add this step in the notes. Create a binding class. So what is that binding class? Create a model class to represent the data that we need to store in the topic. I want to store order data in the topic. So to store the data in the topic, I will represent in the object format. Okay, so this is going to be our third step. Create model class. Create a model class to represent data. Create model class which is used to represent the data. Then the fourth step is we need to create Kafka producer configuration class. What is a Kafka producer configuration class? That class will represent that how to connect with the Kafka topic and what kind of message we are going to store in the Kafka topic. That will be represented by Kafka producer config. Okay, let me create that class. New class Kafka producer config. So let me keep this in the config class, config package, Kafka producer config. First of all, it is a normal Java class. I want to make it as a configuration class. For that, we will go for @configuration annotation. Okay. Now, in this class, I need to specify. In this class, I need to specify how to connect with the Kafka. Okay. For that, I'm going for public producer factory. Producer factory that represents Kafka communication. It is from Kafka core package, guys. So public producer factory, it is taking key value. Key I'm giving as a string, value as a order. Value as a order. This string represents a topic, in which topic you want to store and what message you want to store. My topic name is a string. My value is order data. So that is represented by producer factory. Key value. Key is going to be our topic name and value is going to be our data that we want to store. Okay. So let me specify producer factory. I need to create the producer factory and I need to return that producer factory. So for this producer factory, I need to specify my data. Map key is string and the value is object. So this is the configuration. The configuration properties I'm going to specify. New hash map with the key comma value. Okay, fine. I'm creating config props object. Return new default Kafka producer factory. Whatever the config props I have created, I will pass that config props and I will return that producer factory object. So for this producer factory, we need to specify what is our key and what is our value and where is our Kafka server. I'm creating one class. In this class, I'm writing one method. That method will return producer factory. So this method should be called by IOC container. That's why I'm calling this method as a bean method so that IOC container will call this method. In this method, what I'm telling, I'm trying to create a producer factory object and I want to return the producer factory object. For this producer factory object, I need to specify where is my Kafka server and what is the key and what is the value. Okay, first let me tell config props dot put key comma value, that is producer config dot bootstrap servers config. So where is our bootstrap server? Bootstrap server nothing but our Kafka host. App constants, I have already declared host there. That represents our bootstrap server. Bootstrap server config, producer config dot bootstrap server config, app constants dot host. Host nothing but where is our Kafka server is available. I'm setting that Kafka server details as a bootstrap server to this map. Then after, I need to specify what is the key that we are going to use. Config props dot put producer config dot key serializer class config. That means what is your key serializer? My key is a string, so I'm going to specify string serializer dot class. I'm going to use key as a string, so you need to use string serializer to take that key. Then what is our value serializer? Value is a order object. I want to store that order object data in the JSON format. So for that I will go for config props dot put of producer config dot value serializer class config. What is our value? Value I want to store as a JSON. So I'm going to use JSON serializer class. I'm going to use JSON serializer dot class. Key is a string. That's why I'm using key serializer as string serializer dot class. Value is a JSON data. That means I want to store order data in the JSON format. For that, I'm using JSON serializer dot class. That's it. I'm creating one map. In that map, I'm setting my bootstrap server. Bootstrap server represents our Kafka server. And what is the key serializer for that? And that means what is the key that you are using? I'm using key as a string. So we need to use string serializer dot class. What is a value serializer? How you want to store the message in the topic? Come on, guys. How you need to store that value? I want to store that value as a JSON. For that, I'm going for JSON serializer dot class. Return new default Kafka producer factory. That is config props. Are you guys clear with my point? Then this producer factory, I will inject into Kafka template. So Spring Framework provided Kafka template class that is used to store the messages to the Kafka topic. Let me create one bean public Kafka template. I want to customize this bean. Key is the string and value is the order. Okay. So this is Kafka template. Kafka template. I need to return Kafka template. For that Kafka template, I will pass this producer factory. Return new Kafka template. Let us pass producer factory. Let us call this method producer factory method. Let me give @bean for this. Okay, this is our producer side configuration, guys. Same kind of configuration will be available at the consumer side also. Now I am trying to develop the application one, which is going to act as a producer. For this producer, I'm creating Kafka template. For the Kafka template, I'm injecting producer factory. In the producer factory, we are telling what is our bootstrap server and what is our key serializer and what is our value serializer. Bootstrap server, nothing but our Kafka server URL. I have already configured in the constants class. Key is a string, so I'm telling that use the string serializer class. Value is JSON. I want to store the message in the form of JSON. For that, I'm using value serializer as JSON serializer. I'm returning default Kafka producer factory. That Kafka producer factory I'm injecting into Kafka template through constructor. Now I will use a Kafka template to publish the message to Kafka topic. So with this producer configuration is ready. Now we need to create our service class and we need to store the message to the topic. Let me create one class called order service. Let's keep that in the service package. Order service. Let me represent this class as a service class by using @service annotation. Inside this, I will add one method to add the message to the Kafka topic. Okay, guys, I will add a method to add the message to the Kafka topic. Okay, let me go here. Public string add message. Okay, I'm going to get order data as a parameter. To add this order to the topic, I need Kafka template. I already customized Kafka template. Let me inject it. String comma order. String comma order. This is my Kafka template. Let me inject this Kafka template by using @auto void. Okay, order object I'm taking as a parameter. I need to add this message to the topic. Kafka template dot send message with the topic name. Already I added the topic name in the constants. App constants dot Kafka topic. Add constants dot topic and data. What is the data? Data is our order object. Return message published to Kafka topic. Message published to Kafka topic. That's it, guys. I have one service method. In the service method, I'm injecting my Kafka template object. Kafka template is a predefined class in the Spring, which is used to communicate with the Kafka. Kafka template dot send key comma value. What is the key? Key is my topic name. And what is the value? Value is my order data. I want to store that in the JSON format. If you see this Kafka template, we have already customized that Kafka template by passing producer factory. In the producer factory, we specified where is our Kafka server, what is key serializer, and what is value serializer. Order service class I have created. Now let me create one REST controller. New class, one REST controller. in.ashokid.rest. Now let me go for order REST controller. Order REST controller. Let me represent this as a REST controller by using @REST controller annotation. Let's inject service here. Private order service. Let me go for auto wiring. I'm injecting service class into my REST controller. Now let me write one post mapping method. Public string create order. Okay, I'm getting order data in the request body. It is a post request method. I will get order data in the request body. To read the data from the request body, we will use request body annotation. Map it to the post request, post mapping / order. What I will do? Simply I will return service dot add message to the topic. service dot add message to the topic. That's it. Now, if you want, you can store that into a variable string message, and whatever it is going to return, we can check that. Return message. Return message. Public class order rest controller. In that, I'm injecting a service. In the service, I'm adding a method which is used to create the order. It will take order data as an input and it will call service layer method. What service layer method is doing? Service method is doing Kafka template.send. Kafka template.send means publish the message. Publish message to Kafka topic. How it will understand? Where is Kafka server? Already we customized our Kafka template by passing producer factory. In the producer factory, we already specified what is our bootstrap server, nothing but Kafka server, and what is the key and what is the value. Key is our topic name, value is our data. Value I have given as a JSON serializer. That means whatever the order object I'm giving, that will be converted to JSON and it will be stored into our Kafka topic. Are you guys clear with this? Are you guys clear with this? Order ID, order price, and customer email that we need to send. Okay, guys. Now, so if you don't want these lengthy variable names, simply we can go for ID, price, email. Okay, for them, I will generate setters and getters. And I will write toString method. That's it. All right. Now, in order to run this application, first we need to check. In order to run this application, first we need to start our Kafka server. So let me go here and let me start my Kafka server. To run the Kafka server, first we need to start our Zookeeper. Okay. Go to Kafka directory. In that bin directory, in that Windows directory, open CMD. In that we need to start Zookeeper server first. For that we will use Zookeeper server.start.bat by passing Zookeeper.properties file. So with this, I have started my Zookeeper server. It will run on the port number 2181. Then similarly, let me go here and run my Kafka server. Okay, to run that Kafka server start.bat. Kafka server start.bat. It is the server start.bat and we will give server.properties. It is used to start my Kafka server. First I am running my Zookeeper server, then I am running my Kafka server. Kafka started with the port number 9092. Now let me run my boot application, Maven update project. This application is going to act as a publisher because it is publishing the message to the topic. Okay, currently consumer is not available. We developed only publisher. Let me debug this application. Debug as Spring Boot application. I'm trying to start this project. Yeah, perfect guys. So with this, our application is started. Let's verify. Started the application on the port number 8080. Fine. Now let us check it. Are we able to publish a message to the topic? Let us go to Postman and send a request. ID, price, email. I want to send a request. Let me check the request is coming to our REST controller or not. I will keep a breakpoint there. Go to Postman. I need to send a post request with order data. Localhost :8080 with order. In the body, Let me pass the order data. Order data will contain ID, price, and email. ID is also a string value I have given. I have given the ID as OD101. Price is a double value. Let me give some number. Email john@gmail.com. Now I'm going to send this request. There is a breakpoint in my REST controller. Okay, request came to REST controller. You check that order data came to our REST controller. Whatever the data I'm sending from the postman, that data came to my REST controller method as a parameter. Whatever the data I'm sending in the request body, that is coming as an input for our REST controller method with the help of that request body annotation. Now, with this REST controller, I'm calling a service layer method. Go inside that method. In that service layer method, we are using Kafka template. We already injected Kafka template by using auto void. This Kafka template is customized. If you see our config class, we have already customized the Kafka config. Kafka template we already customized by passing our producer config object. Now go to service, Kafka template.send, topic name and order data I'm using. Go for F6. It failed, guys. So it is saying that it is giving some exception. F8. So see what is the exception that we got. Our message is not published to the topic. Let us see what is the exception that we got. String serializer is not the instance of serializer. Okay, there is some issue. Let me check that. It is not taking. It is not taking our string serializer class. Bootstrap server is identified. Key serializer is a string serializer. It failed. Kafka exception I got. Class data bind string serializer is not the instance of Kafka serializer. So let me check, maybe that is string serializer, JSON serializer we are using from Jackson dependencies. Let me remove this. String serializer, okay. I used Jackson serializer. Let me go for Kafka string serializer. Similarly for JSON also. For JSON also, we have Kafka support serializer is available. JSON serializer. So I have imported them from Jackson package. With that, I got some exception. Let me stop the server and let me run again. Refresh, debug as boot application. I'm suspecting that it is wrong serialization classes, wrong serializer classes we have taken. Clear the console, go to this, click on send. Again, there is a breakpoint available. And this time produced Kafka version 3.1, Kafka commit, produced order topic, leader not available. Go to this, message publish it to Kafka topic. Message publish it to Kafka topic. Got it. Now let me run it in the debug mode and let me show you once again. Let me stop the server, project, clean this project, debug as boot application. I'm debugging this as a boot application. Let me go for controller class. Let me verify breakpoint available. Yes, perfect breakpoint is available. Let me give order ID as 102, order price as 200, order person email ID as samsmith@gmail.com. Click on send. There is a breakpoint now. Request came to my REST controller method. Order data is available. Order ID, order price, order email ID. Now go to service layer method. In that method, I'm using Kafka template. Kafka template.send. I'm giving the topic name as order topic and order. Yes, actually we have not created the topic order. Automatically that order topic got created. Now F6, Kafka template.send. Last time we got the exception in this line. Now let us see. Now we are not getting any exception. That means our Kafka template.send method is working as expected. Message publish it to Kafka topic, F8. Now you see I got the response, message publish it to Kafka topic. So with this, we are able to develop our publisher application. What is the role of the publisher application? It is getting some request. It is using Kafka template and it is sending the message to the topic. How the Kafka template class will know where is your Kafka server, what is the key, what is the value. That's where producer factory comes into picture. I'm creating producer factory bean. In that, I'm specifying my bootstrap server, my key serializer, my value serializer. Guys, please remember string serializer, JSON serializers I'm using from Kafka package. Earlier I used by mistake Jackson package, then I got the exception. So you need to import the correct package for key serializer and value serializer. String serializer class, JSON serializer class. String serializer is used to take the key in the string format. JSON serializer is used to take the value in the form of JSON. I'm configuring those properties in the map. That map I am passing as a parameter to producer factory. That producer factory I'm injecting into Kafka template. So I'm customizing the Kafka template according to my requirement. That customized Kafka template I'm injecting into my service class. So similarly, we will customize Swagger config classes, right? Swagger docket object we customized in the Swagger. Any configuration that you want to customize, then you can go for configuration class with @bean method. So it will create the Kafka template with customized producer factory and it will return that. That customized Kafka template I'm injecting in my class. By using that predefined Kafka template class, I'm calling send method. Similarly, we will use JDBC template, Hibernate template, REST template, Redis template. Similarly, I'm having Kafka template. Kafka template dot send, topic name and message. Message published to Kafka topic. But is there any subscriber to consume that message? Guys, as of now, do we have any subscriber to consume that message? Our subscriber is not available. Subscriber is available to consume that message, or subscriber is not available to consume that message? Subscriber is not available to consume that message. Only producer is available. Producer produced that message. Now you see here, guys, Kafka topic, order topic. Did I create the order topic or it created automatically? Did I create the order topic or order topic created automatically? Come on, guys. Did I create the order topic or order topic created automatically? We did not create the topic in today's class. That the topic created automatically. Can we verify? Can we verify what are the topics that are available in the Kafka? Yes, we can go here and we can list down the topics that are available. Yesterday we have seen the command which is used to verify, the topics which are available. List command is available. Kafka topics bat list. Let me execute this command and let's verify this. Kafka topics.bat list bootstrap server. Now you see order topic is created. Did I create this topic or it created automatically? Did I create this topic or it created automatically, guys? It created automatically. Let us see the demo once again. I will stop my server. In the constants, I'm going to use the topic name as Ashok IT orders. Ashok IT underscore order underscore topic. So if you see in this Kafka, do we have any topic with a name called Ashok IT order topic? Do I have any topic with a name called Ashok IT order topic? That is not available. Can we start our application and can we push one message to the topic which is not available? Come on. Ashok IT topic available or Ashok IT topic not available? In the Kafka, Ashok IT topic is not available. I'm giving the topic name as Ashok IT underscore order underscore topic. With that name, there is no topic available. I'm executing this list command. Kafka topics list. What are the topics available in this Kafka server? I want to check it. These are the topics which are available. There is no topic with a name called Ashok IT. Now I have given my topic name as Ashok IT order topic. When I am publishing a message to the topic, I'm using Kafka template.send constants.topic. That means it represents Ashok IT topic. That's it. Perfect. Now refresh this. Run this application. Run as boot application. I'm starting my project. Let me publish a message to the topic. with a topic which is not available. Now go here, order ID 101. It is a new topic now. Click on send. Message publish it to the topic. Did I get any exception? Guys, am I getting any exception or I'm not getting any exception? Am I getting any exception or I'm not getting any exception? I'm not getting any exception. What is the meaning of that? Topic is created or not? Go here and check it. What are the topics available now? Can you see? Ashok ID order topic is created and message is stored in the topic. Guys, earlier when I execute the same command, Ashok ID topic is not available. But now when I execute that command, Ashok ID topic is available. That means, do we really need to create the topic manually? Do we really need to create the topic manually? Not required. So with this, are you able to understand the logic that I have written? Is it a complex logic or very simple logic, guys? Publishing the message to the topic. Is it complex or simple? Is it complex or simple? Very simple. Just you need to understand this configuration class. That's it. Producer configuration. This representing where is our Kafka server, what is our key, and what is our value. To publish a message to the topic, a single line. Kafka template.send. Kafka template is a predefined class. We customized Kafka template by injecting producer fact. That's it. Okay, let me stop this. Now, we need to develop another application which is going to act as a subscriber. When one application publish a message to the topic, another application should be able to subscribe to that message. I want to send the data from one application to another application by using message broker. So let me start my consumer development. Before going to do that, let me give this code. Dependencies already available. Constants group ID is not required. So here Kafka constants I have taken. This is my class which contains Kafka constants. Binding class to represent data. Model class I have taken. Order. It is representing data. That's it. What data you want to store. So we will represent the data in the form of order and it will convert that into JSON format. Kafka producer configuration class. So this is the class which I am using for producer configuration. Remember, package names are very important in the producer. Everything you need to refer from Kafka package, not from the Jackson package. If I use the Jackson package, I got the exception. Kafka producer config. In the Kafka producer config itself, we are customizing Kafka template. Then creating service class. What is my service class? Order service. What is the duty of the order service? Order service is used to publish the message to the topic. Order service is used to publish the message to the topic. And REST controller. What is the purpose of REST controller? It is going to take the request and call the service method. That service method will publish the message to the topic. That's it. Run the application and test it. Run the application and test it. So if you send sample data, order data in the JSON format, whatever the order data I'm sending, if you send request, post request with this JSON data, then you can see the topic is creating dynamically and it is storing the message also to the topic. So with this, our publisher application development got completed. Now we need to go for consumer development. Similar to the producer configuration, we need to create consumer configuration also. What is consumer configuration? Consumer configuration is used to tell to the consumer, where that Kafka server is available. Okay. So again, let me create one more project, guys. Let me create a new project. Producer application is ready. Now I need to create my consumer application. File, new, Spring Starter project, 46 application, Kafka consumer app. So whenever you publish a message to the topic, immediately that message will be subscribed by my subscriber application, producer subscriber. I can call subscriber. Click on next, finish. I will add the dependencies manually. I have the list of dependencies that are required for consumer as well. In the notes I have given consumer application development. I can say Kafka subscriber application development. Kafka subscriber application development dependencies. Okay. Let us take these dependencies and add them in the pom.xml. So remove these dependencies section, add our dependency section. So what are the things which are new here? One is Kafka streams, another one is Spring Kafka. That's it. Kafka streams and Kafka Spring Kafka dependencies we are adding in our pom.xml. So here also we need to create the constants class. That means we need to tell that where is our Kafka server is available, and what is our topic name, and where is our Kafka server is available. We need to specify that. Okay. Let me go to this application. Here also let me create one constants class, app constants. Let me keep that in constants package. So whatever I have mentioned in the previous constants class, same thing, right? So we need to specify our topic and our host. What is the name of our topic and what is our host we are going to specify. Got it? Next one. Once the constants are created, consumer config class. We need to tell to the consumer application where is our Kafka server and what is our Kafka topic to access that. Okay. So let me create one class as a Kafka consumer config class. Kafka consumer config. Let me keep this in the config package. Let me represent this class as a configuration class. In this class, I am going to specify where is the Kafka server, how this application should connect with the Kafka. This is a consumer application, guys. So similarly here, we need to create consumer factory. Earlier we created producer factory. Now we need to create consumer factory. Public consumer factory from the Kafka. Key is a string, value is a order. Oh, we need to create a binding class here also. Whatever the binding class is there, which contains the data, that binding class we need to create in our subscriber application also. Okay, we need to read the data in the form of object, right? So for that, I'm creating binding class here. Then I will specify this as consumer factory. I will specify this as a consumer factory. Here also I will create one map to set data in the form of key and value. Okay, this is my config props map, new hash map. New hash map. So let me specify config props dot put consumer config. Earlier it was producer config. Now we are going to use consumer config dot bootstrap servers config. Where is the bootstrap server available? I already mentioned in the app constants. App constants dot host, that will represent our Kafka server. Then similarly, Kafka config props dot put key deserializer. Earlier it was a serializer. Now we are going to specify consumer config dot key deserializer. So what is the key deserializer? That is string deserializer class from Kafka package. Okay. Producer is going to store the key and value. Consumer is going to read the data. So it has to deserialize. Producer is going to serialize the key and value. Consumer is going to deserialize that key and value. So that's why here I'm going to specify consumer config dot key deserializer class config string deserializer class and value deserialization. Config props dot put consumer config dot value deserializer. Value deserializer class config dot, that is JSON deserializer. From which package? Kafka package, not from the Jackson package. JSON deserializer dot class. Then finally return new default Kafka consumer factory. Kafka consumer factory. For that we need to specify props with a key deserializer and a value deserializer. With the key serializer, deserializer, value deserializer. Config props available. What is the key deserializer? New string deserializer. Okay. Value, that is new JSON deserializer. Something like this. I think we can remove these things. Already we have configured that key serializer, deserializer, and value deserializer. We can remove them. If it is not working, then we will add them. Okay. Fine. For now, I am not adding them. Let me go for @bean annotation. What is the purpose of @bean annotation? @bean annotation to customize this consumer factory. For the consumer factory, I'm specifying where is the Kafka server, what is the key deserializer, and what is value deserializer. Now, here we need to create one listener, because whenever this publisher publish a message to the topic, consumer subscriber application always should listen to that. Always it should listen to that topic. For that we need to create a listener. Publisher will publish. Immediately subscriber should consume. That means subscriber always should be listening to the topic. If a subscriber always want to listen to the topic, we need to configure a listener, guys. In the consumer application, we need to configure one listener. Okay. How to configure listener? Verify this. Public, concurrent. There is a predefined class. Concurrent, Kafka listener container factory. Key is what? String. Value is what? I'm getting order data. Kafka listener factory. It is responsible to listen to Kafka topic. Whenever message published, immediately subscribe to that message. So let me create the object for Kafka listener factory. I need to return this. Concurrent Kafka listener factory. The key is a string and the value is order. So let me create factory is equal to new concurrent Kafka listener factory. Got it. I'm creating Kafka listener container factory object. To this object, I'm going to specify that consumer configuration. Factory dot set consumer factory. I'm going to call consumer factory method. I'm going to call consumer factory method. Same like a producer configuration. Similarly, we are going to create producer consumer configuration. Okay. Let me specify this as @bean. @bean. Okay. Cannot return a void result. Return set consumer factory. Sorry, not this. I need to return that factory object. Right. Observe carefully. How we created producer config. Similarly, how we created a producer factory. We created consumer factory. Producer factory we injected to Kafka template. Consumer factory we injected to Kafka listener. Got my point? Now if you observe, here we created producer factory. We created producer factory. Producer factory we injected to Kafka template. Kafka template is a predefined class which is having a method to send the message to the topic. Producer factory object we created. The producer factory object we injected to Kafka template. Here we are creating consumer factory. That consumer factory we injected to Kafka listener. Are you guys clear what I have done now related to configuration classes? So in the publisher application, I created one producer factory object. For the producer factory object, I specified what is my bootstrap server and what is my key serializer and what is my value serializer. Coming to producer factory, I specified bootstrap server, key deserializer, value deserializer. And the producer factory injected to Kafka template. Using Kafka template, we are sending message to the topic. Coming to the consumer side, consumer factory object is created that contains bootstrap server, key deserializer, value deserializer. That consumer factory object we injected into Kafka listener. What that Kafka listener will do? Kafka listener will always listen to the topic. When publisher publish a message, listener will listen and will subscribe to that message, will give to the subscriber application. Are you clear? Producer factory and consumer factory. These are the configurations to specify where is Kafka server, what data we are storing in the Kafka topic. Come on. Are you guys clear with this? Consumer configuration class. Kafka consumer config. Are you clear with the Kafka consumer config? People are not responding. People are not responding, guys. We are almost done. Just I need to create one method to consume the data. That's it. I just need to create one method to consume the data. That's it. We are done. Now, let me go to this application. Let me go to this application. Consumer application, subscriber application. Here, start class is available now. I will simply write one simple method. Public void consume subscribe message. In which format message will come? Order data. Message is in the JSON format. That JSON deserialized to Java object. Okay. System.out.println order. So that is the message I have received. System.out.println. I will say that message received from Kafka. Message received from Kafka. So what is that message? That message is the order object that we are getting. System.out.print message received from Kafka. I will print that message in the same line. How this will understand that? From where it is getting the message? I will specify Kafka listener annotation. For the Kafka listener, I'm giving topics. From which topics it has to get that message. So I have created app constants dot topic. Whenever message comes to that topic, Ashok IT order topic, that message should be listened by the listener and it should print that message on the console. So now we will test it. Publisher application and consumer application. Publisher application, consumer application, both are running in the same machine. So let me change the port number for consumer application 9090. Producer will be running on the 8080. Consumer will be running on the 9090. Now I will publish a message to the Kafka topic by using producer, and I will see my consumer is consuming that message or not. If a consumer is consuming that message should be printed on the console, message received from the Kafka topic. Good. Look at this class, guys. Look at this project. Dependencies I have added, constants I have created, consumer configuration I have created, consumer config I injected to listener, and one binding class to represent the data, and start class. In the start class, I have written one method. This is a listener method. So listener topic I have given. That means always this method will be listening to that topic. Whenever a new message comes to the topic, this method will listen, will subscribe, will print it. Whatever you want, you can do that. I'm just printing that message to show you consumer is consuming message or not. Whatever the logic you want, once you receive that message, you can do. Now let me start both applications now. First, I will run the producer application. The producer application will be running on the port number 88. I'm going to run the application 1. Application 1 will be running on the port number 88. Okay, go here, run the producer, run as boot application, run the producer, run as boot application. Producer application started. Now go and run the subscriber. Subscriber will be running on the port number 9090. Producer already started with 8080 and the consumer will be available. Consumer will be running on the port number 9090 because both applications I'm running in the same machine. Two applications cannot use the same port number. That's why for the producer I have given 8080 port number. For the consumer I am giving as 9090 port number. Right click on this, run as boot application. I'm running subscriber application also. Subscriber application failed. No group ID found in the consumer config container properties. Kafka listener annotation. Group ID is required when group management is used. It is expecting some group ID. Okay, let me give some group ID in the subscriber. Go to start class, listener. Listener is expecting some group ID. So topics plus group ID. Let me give the group ID as group underscore Ashok IT underscore order. Some group name I'm giving. Let's check it. Producer is up and running. Consumer run as boot application. Yes, consumer application is also started, guys. Group ID, group Ashok IT order is assigned to the topic Ashok IT order topic. Good. Clear this. Now my subscriber console is empty. Here you can switch your consoles. Producer console is available. Nothing is available in the producer console. Subscriber console, nothing is available. Now let me go here and let me create one order. Order 201. Order ID 201. Price 300. J Smith is the message. Now observe, I'm sending the request to localhost colon 8080/order with some order data. So this request is going to which application? Publisher application. Publisher application will publish the message to the topic. My subscriber is already running. It is listening to the topic. When we publish the message to the topic, subscriber should subscribe to that message and should print on the console. Let's check this. Before that, both application consoles are cleared. You can check the console view. Producer app console, nothing is available. Subscriber application console, nothing is available. Okay, let me run this. Click on send. Message publish it to Kafka topic. Okay, cannot convert from generic message is available. In the subscriber, we got the issue. In the listener method could not be invoked with the incoming message. Cannot handle the message, nested exception, message conversion exception. Cannot convert from java.lang.string to order for generic message. Message is subscribed, but it is not able to convert that message. Maybe the problem is in this config. Default consumer config factory is available now. Let me specify new string deserializer, comma, new JSON deserializer. Okay. For consumer factory, I'm specifying what is our key deserializer and what is our value deserializer. Let me stop the consumer and let me run once again. Producer is up and running, no problem with the producer. Run as boot application. I'm running my subscriber application. Yes, subscriber started, clear the console. Go here. Before that, check the producer console. Nothing is available. Subscriber console, nothing is available. Click on send. Message published. Still it is failing. Method, subscribe message method, in.ashokid.model order I'm expecting. So it is not able to give me that order data. Back of listener method could not be invoked. Cannot handle the message, cannot convert from java.lang.string to in.ashokid.model.order for generic payload. Then let me do one thing. Instead of expecting that order object, let me expect this as a JSON string directly. Whatever the JSON is there, that JSON directly I'm expecting. Let's try this. Only the deserialization should happen. That is not happening. We'll check that issue. I'm running my subscriber application again. Clear that. Send that message. Message published. Yes. Message received from the Kafka. Let me send one more message. OD202. That is 1300. JJ Smith. Click on send. Message published to topic. Message received from the Kafka. This is the first message I have published. This is the second message I have published. This is printing on the subscriber console. That means when we are publishing the message to the topic, is our subscriber able to subscribe to that message or not able to subscribe to that message? Come on, guys. Publisher and subscriber both are working as expected or not? Publisher and subscriber both are working as expected or not? Now let us check it. I will publish one more message. 203. Order price 2300. Let me give this as some Steve. Customer email is Steve email ID. 2300 is the price. Order 203. Click on send. Message published to Kafka topic. If you see this subscriber console, message already received from the Kafka. That means publisher publishing the message to the topic, subscriber is listening to the topic. Whenever message published to the topic, listener listen to that topic message, immediately it is subscribing to that message, giving that message to us. So 3 messages I have published to the topic, subscriber consumed all those 3 messages. So with this we are able to understand how to publish and how to subscribe messages by using Kafka. How to publish and how to subscribe messages from Kafka. Are you guys clear with my point? This is the method which is reading the message from the topic. How it is reading? Kafka listener topic name I have given. Consumer config is there. Consumer config is available. It is connecting to the Kafka server and reading the messages from the Kafka. Okay, let me give the consumer application code also. Create the consumer application. Create the consumer application with the dependencies. Constants class we have already created. Right. In that constants class, what is the topic name I have given? Yeah, this is our topic. Ashoka, whatever the topic we have given in the producer, same topic we have to give in the consumer. Then only it can consume that. And the consumer config. To create the consumer config, we need our model class. Model class is used to represent our data. We need to create our model class, which is used to represent our data. Create model class. Okay, data is available. You can write setters, getters by using @data annotation. Then create consumer config class. What is the purpose of consumer config class? It is used to specify how to connect with the server and how to listen to the messages which are published to the topic. So I have given consumer config class. Now in the start class itself, I have added one simple method which is used to listen to the topic. Add below method in boot start class to listen the message. Add below method in boot app start class. What is that method? That method is a listener method. Whenever a message comes to the topic, it will listen and it will give that message. And that message, I'm just printing on the console. Depends on your business requirement. You can use that method to perform any operation. If you want to store that message into your database, if you want to perform some calculation, if you want to perform some operations on that data, whatever you want, you can do that. Okay. Finally, run the application. Run the. Now the most important step, send request to producer app and observe subscriber app console. This is the important part. You need to send a request to the producer application. Then it will publish a message to the topic. Then you need to observe subscriber application console. Whatever the message you publish to the topic, same message will be displayed in the subscriber console. That means producer producing the message, subscriber subscribing to that message. So this is the code that we have implemented to integrate our Spring Boot application with the Kafka. Kafka is a message broker. Kafka is a distributed streaming platform. Kafka is called as a message broker. It is used to process the real-time data feeds. It works based on the publisher and subscriber. So if you see this diagram, you will understand how we implemented this application. Application 1, publishing a message. Application 2, subscribing to that message. So live coding also we have done, and we are able to publish the message and we are able to subscribe to that message. Perfect. Good. So with this, we understood what is Kafka, why we need to go for Kafka, and how to integrate Kafka with our Spring Boot application. Good, guys. Thank you. Anybody having any questions? Now you can unmute and you can ask me.
Sir, producer produce the topic and that time subscriber is not available. How the message publishing happens?
Every message will have a retention period. So by default, the message will be available 1 minute or something like that. We can set the retention period for the message, how long that message should be available in the topic. Okay. After some time, that messages will be deleted from the topic. If nobody subscribed, the message will be auto deleted.
Sir, if we have to set up the same environment on AWS Zookeeper, we need to install on one of the hosts, sir.
Sir, AWS, they have provided an alternate for the Kafka. They have their own service in the AWS for the message broker.
Which one, sir?
That is, it will start with a name called sir. Linux or something. They have given some name for that. They have their own service.
Okay, so we cannot use Zookeeper there?
AWS message broker. If you want to do that, then you need to take a Linux machine and you need to set up all these things manually.
Okay. So what's the advantage of using that concept?
There is no direct support for Kafka in the AWS. If you go for AWS message queue, they will completely manage your message broker. That you don't need to do the setup and all that stuff. Suppose if you go for manual setup, you have taken a Linux machine. In that you installed Kafka server. All of a sudden your Linux machine got crashed. Then you lost your Kafka. You lost your data, right? So if you go for AWS managed service, AWS will take care of that server. It will never go down.
Sir, so we had to have the APIs related to that AWS in our cloud.
Correct. In the AWS, they have their own service for that. I forgot the name of that service, whatever they have given. Kafka versus AWS. Kinesis, sir. The name of the service they have given is Kinesis, which is alternate for Kafka in the AWS.
Sir, how is Kafka and RabbitMQ related?
So both are the message queues only, sir. Both are message queues. In the Kafka, more advantages are there when compared with the RabbitMQ.
Okay.
Sir, it's a general question. Like we completed Kafka, and how many classes are remaining, sir? What are the main topics are pending, and how many
Sir,
classes is going to
the
be?
main topics which are pending is one is Spring Batch concept. Okay. Another one
Okay.
is how to write the test cases for the REST APIs. These
The
are the two
JUnit
topics.
market. Okay.
Correct. For JUnit Mockito, already I have taken one workshop, 2 hours video is there. So if you guys want to go with that, then that is fine. Let me show you that video also. I have taken REST API unit testing with Jacoco. I mean to say with the mocking and all that stuff. Yeah, this is the video. REST API unit testing with the code coverage using Jacoco. In that I explained how to write the unit test cases for the REST API, how to implement mocking, and how to measure code coverage by using Jacoco also. I will share this video link today. So if you go through that video, then you will get some clarity. In the class also, I will do one example on that unit testing part. And tomorrow I'm going to explain this one Spring Batch concept, guys. Spring Batch concept. So these are the two things which are mainly pending from my side. Spring Batch and that unit testing. Most
So
probably,
almost 5 to 10 classes will be there, right? Further.
No, sir, not. By this weekend, by Sunday, I will finish that. I will take some long session on the Sunday and I will finish that.
Okay.
So reactive.
Yeah, one example on the reactive programming also I will show. Tomorrow, one session is sufficient for the Spring Batch. So that will be completed. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days, we are going to work on the remaining topics. The unit testing, I will share that video link. People, please go through that video. And we will show one example on the class as well. And people asking reactive example, I will do one example on the reactive program.
Sir, how about Java that Spring Boot projects course, sir? Are you planning for it?
JRTP course, sir. I will plan that, sir. I will update you on the timings of that.
Okay.
Sir, the same slot, what is the next course, sir? You're going to start?
Yeah,
Any idea?
currently I have not decided anything yet, sir. I need some break.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I will take some break for a week of time, then I will start a new batch. So as of now, there is nothing in my mind because I need some rest.
Yes. Maybe if you can start like DevOps or the project course. You said no, sir. Your e-commerce project.
I'm working on that, sir. It's not yet done. I'm not getting time to complete it.
Yes.
Sir, if you take the project course itself, it will be a continuity for us, sir, so that we can.
That is correct, sir. If possible.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure. I will plan that accordingly. I will check it.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. So please practice this Kafka before coming to tomorrow's session. Tomorrow I will explain Spring Batch concept. Thank you. Good night.